1000 LB Sisters S7E8. Amy Slaton busted for drugs again, Amanda in tears. Kids' fate uncertain. Episode 8 of 1000 LB Sisters. Season 7 opens with a storm brewing in Dixon, Kentucky. What began as a quiet afternoon quickly spirals into chaos when shocking news spreads. Amy Slaton, once the fan-favorite sister known for her humor and motherly warmth, has reportedly been caught up in a drug-related scandal again. Fans who tuned in were expecting lighthearted family moments, but what they witnessed instead was one of the darkest chapters in Amy's life. The camera captures her pacing nervously in her small living room, her hands trembling as she receives a call from a police officer. The words "possession charge" echo through the air, leaving her speechless. A familiar struggle returns. For longtime viewers, this isn't the first time Amy has faced trouble. In earlier seasons, she admitted to struggling with stress, anxiety, and the weight of fame. After divorcing Michael Halterman, Amy's emotional health took a sharp decline. She tried to rebuild her life with her two sons, Gage and Glenn, but the pressure of being a single mother and a reality TV star seemed too much to handle. Now, rumors claim that Amy had been hanging around with some questionable people in her new neighborhood. According to local reports featured in the episode, a neighbor tipped off authorities after noticing suspicious behavior around Amy's property late at night. Police later confirmed that she was questioned after traces of illegal substances were found in her vehicle. When confronted by producers, Amy broke down in tears. "I didn't mean for any of this to happen," she said, her voice shaking. "I just wanted to escape for a little while. Everything got so heavy." Amanda's heartbreak. Amy's older sister, Amanda Halterman, reacts to the news in one of the episode's most emotional scenes. Sitting at the kitchen table with Tammy, Amanda's eyes fill with tears as she reads the report online. "We just got her back on track," she sobs. "And now this? What about them babies?" Amanda, known for her tough love and fiery personality, has always stood by Amy through her ups and downs. But this time, her pain seems deeper. She visits Amy's house, cameras following every tense step. The moment she walks in, Amy bursts into tears. Amanda hugs her but can't hold back her frustration. "You promised me, Amy," Amanda says, voice cracking. "You promised me you were done with this kind of stuff. You have two little boys who need you more than ever." Amy can barely meet her sister's eyes. "I know," she whispers. "I just made a mistake. I didn't think it would go this far." Tammy's silent reaction. Surprisingly, Tammy Slaton, who has battled her own demons over the years, remains quiet throughout most of the confrontation. Once the family's problem child, Tammy has now turned her life around, focusing on health, self-love, and emotional stability. When the producer asks for her thoughts, Tammy takes a deep breath. "I know what rock bottom feels like," she says softly, "but Amy has to make a choice for herself and for her kids. Nobody can do it for her." The contrast between the sisters is powerful. Tammy, once the one everyone worried about, now seems calm and collected. Amy, who once carried the family, appears fragile and broken. Fans on social media quickly pointed out the emotional reversal, calling it the most heartbreaking twist in 1000 LB Sisters history. The kids' future in question. Perhaps the most gut-wrenching part of the episode comes when Child Protective Services reportedly gets involved. Producers note that authorities are evaluating the situation to ensure the safety of Gage and Glenn. While Amy insists that she never used drugs around her children, the uncertainty surrounding their custody leaves viewers anxious and emotional. Amanda, visibly devastated, tells the camera, "If Amy sighs. I just want to be their mom. I don't want to lose them. Community reaction and public pressure. As word of Amy's arrest spreads, fans flood social media with mixed reactions. Some express sympathy, reminding others that fame and mental health struggles can drive people to dark places. Others, however, are less forgiving, accusing Amy of throwing away everything she worked for. A local pastor featured briefly in the episode offered his perspective. Amy is a good soul who made a bad choice. What she needs right now is grace, not gossip. But the damage to her reputation is undeniable. TLC producers reportedly hold emergency meetings about whether to continue filming her storyline. We love Amy, one anonymous crew member admits in a confessional. But if things get worse, we may have to stop production until she's stable. Amanda steps up. In the second half of the episode, Amanda becomes the emotional anchor. She takes Gage and Glenn for a few days while Amy meets with legal counsel and begins counseling. We see Amanda cooking breakfast for the boys, holding herself together even as she cries behind closed doors. I'm not mad anymore, Amanda says in a confessional. I'm scared. I just want my sister to be okay. We've lost too much already. We can't lose Amy, too. Meanwhile, Tammy checks in with Amy via video call. You can fix this, she tells her, but you gotta want it bad enough. No one else can fight your fight. Amy nods weakly, promising to seek help and prove that she can be a good mother. I know I messed up, she says, but this is not the end of my story. The cliffhanger ending. The episode ends on an emotional cliffhanger. As Amy walks out of her lawyer's office, the camera zooms in on her face, tired, tear-streaked, but determined. The screen fades to black with a haunting question. Will Amy Slaton lose everything or finally turn her life around? Text appears on screen, next week on 1000 LB Sisters, followed by a brief teaser of Amy entering a rehabilitation program, Amanda confronting Brian Lavore about his influence on Amy, and Tammy crying during a family therapy session. The music swells as the credits roll, leaving fans in suspense and heartache. Fan reactions. Within hours of the episode airing, social media exploded with discussion. One fan tweeted, "I've never cried this hard over an episode. Amy needs love, not hate." Another wrote, "Amanda is the backbone of that family. Without her, everything would fall apart." Reddit threads and YouTube commentary channels began speculating about Amy's future on the show and whether TLC might cancel her contract if the legal situation worsens. Despite the chaos, one thing remains clear. The Slaton sisters' bond is tested like never before. Through tears, anger, and uncertainty, their family proves that even in the darkest times, love still flickers beneath the surface.